What's up? Man,
How are y'all?
We got a 20 drop off this week, Michelle.
I know. We must be very offensive to
Last
people.
week we had a really good really good show, and the beans were spilled, and I think our subscriber count went down by about 50. But hey, I thought I gotta look up here for a second, make sure, Michelle, what got the horn going on. That's right. Gotta blow that horn here. Gotta toot Michelle's horn. Oh, sorry about that. So what you drinking over there, Michelle?
Straight up Diet Coke.
Oh, it's from Chick-fil-A though.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's holy water, right?
It's good. It's good.
But yeah, so we got a good show coming on. We got Sea Leg Journeys coming in here tonight. Robin and Chet. That's going to be so much fun. I love their channel. And we got some friends in here tonight. And
thank you, Betsy.
What is Betsy saying?
She still subbed to us.
Oh, thank you, Betsy. The 1999 is coming your way. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, last week I know it was kind of a serious and touchy subject. And hello, Darlene. That sounded like an old Conway. Hello, darling. Ralu 69's in there. We'll say hey to everybody here in a second. But yeah, I mean, people, even believe it or not, during the show last week, like right in the middle of the show, people were messaging me. Oops, I don't want you to see who messaged me. But they were messaging me during the show, commenting on what we were talking about, which really, I thought it was encouraging, because they were telling us, hey, man, same things happened to me. We had the same thing happen to our channel. You know, people wanted me to do this. They wanted me to do that. And then people have come out of the woodworks in support of it. They were saying, thank you so much for saying what we've wanted to say for a long time or what we've kind of noticed, and it kind of never was brought up. So if you're one of those folks, thumbs up, appreciate it. If you're not, oh, that was the wrong finger, Michelle. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you.
What am I going to do with
I'm
him?
going to love people to Jesus just like I always loved to Jesus, right? So we're gonna have fun tonight, though. Hey, one thing we're gonna do next week, we kind of planned this real quick mini vacation, and I've got to show you guys where we're going to. And this is a trip that Anthony and I are going to go on. Some of you probably saw this in our Facebook group. If you let me give you the sound and see if you know what this is. Everybody knows that famous sound, right? The kill, 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 ma, 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 ma. Yeah, I'm a horror movie. I love horror movies. I was born in the 70s, right? 71. I grew up in Halloween on 78, and then Friday the 13th in 80. And I mean, that's just me. But let me show you where we're going to go to here.
Y'all, guess what? I'm by myself.
Yeah, Michelle's happy she's by herself, but
Me and the dogs.
So this is where me and Anthony's going to go to. It's the original Friday the 13th campground. It's at, I can't even pronounce the name of what does that say? Nobi So Sco. It stands for North something Boy Scouts is what it stands for. But it's the original site of Friday the 13th filming. For some of you horror movie buffs that love horror movies, that thing was rented for $25,000 for 4 weeks, a month. Kevin Bacon was in that movie. That's where he got his first big start. He got paid $700 for 2 weeks worth of work. So I'm a horror movie. I love horror movie stuff, collectible stuff. We have collectible stuff. We have the original Jason, the little boy that was 12 years old when he came out of the water at the very end of the movie. We got his autograph on a couple of hockey masks. And so Anthony's really pulled my arm behind my back to go on this. I mean, I really didn't want to go, and okay, I really do want to go, and Anthony wants to go too. So we're like a couple of 12-year-olds.
Don't believe anything he
going
says.
On this. And then, hey, this is the killer thing. After the tour, it's like a 4.5, 5-hour tour. After the tour, you get to watch the movie, which I know all the parts with nudity and all that. And I'll have to cover Anthony said. You get to watch it in the cabin that the movie was filmed in. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, the only thing else that can happen is you get killed there. But I mean,
well, let's not do that.
No, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. But you may see Jason walking out around trying to scare people, and you could do it during the daytime or nighttime. So, as you can tell, I'm excited about it. We're going to go up to the Poconos, spend a couple nights in the Poconos, drive over to the Hope, New Jersey, and then Blairstown, New Jersey. That's where the opening scenes were filmed at, and then drive over to where the actual camp is on a week from tomorrow. And so I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. All right. So I'm the only one that was excited about that. The numbers have went down in the watching the live here. So we're going to have to bring on Sea Leg Journeys here pretty soon. I am
excited.
Michelle's excited about being home for 3 days by herself with no kids and no husband. Or two kids gone.
Yes. I'm not planning one thing.
All right. Let's say hey to who's in the chat, and then we'll get into bringing Robin and Chet in here. But we got Miss Meg is in the house. Good to see you, Miss Meg. We got Miss Brenda with Nana's Hidden Apron. Hey, she's getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. So
y'all please go support her.
Check her channel out. And if you like it, subscribe to it. That was something I brought up last week. Don't do a sub to sub thing. If you like what she's doing, sub to it so you watch more videos down the road. We got Mr. Blaine in the house. Good to see him. We got Robin and Chet. Thank
goodness.
Thank goodness they're here. We'd have been in trouble tonight. Who else we got here, Michelle? We got Mike with Beach Please. I'm sure Betsy's there watching, or she's right with him.
She's there. I saw her.
You done saw her? Oh, that's right. She did say she was going to stay sub. Mr. Dave's in the house. Good to see you, Dave. Miss Holly is in the house as well. Jonathan Short with the 6 Traveling Shorts is in the house. Good to see you. We got the Funnels and Heads here. I watched one of their videos the other day. They just got back from Alaska And I can't wait. They're going to come on in 2 weeks. I actually had them scheduled next Thursday, and then I had to send Andrew a message. Said, "Man, I screwed up. We're going to be out of town going to the up to the Poconos to see Friday the 13th area. So in 2 weeks, not next week, but the week after that, Funnelheads will be on that night. I think it's the 25th, maybe. I think it's what it is. So yeah, I can't wait to have them on here. Ashley's in the house. Ashley, hello. Ashley, I hope you're doing well. And who else we got? Michelle. Stop me if I'm doing something wrong. Well, you always stop me when I do something wrong. There's Miss Betsy. She's in the house. Still subbed. And we got Raylu69 in here. How you doing, Raylu? Raylu69. I think he sent was it the Cruise Dorks sent them a thing of sauce, I believe. I think I saw that on a video. So that was pretty cool. Traveling Gilberts, they just got back off the Royal ship and they said they had a blast. Can't wait to see those vlogs start coming out.
We need more information on that.
Let's see. And Riley said, "Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for reaching out. I know some of them unsub probably, but it's okay. Hey, we're gonna keep it real." Miss Tess is in the house. How are you doing, Miss Tess? Are you still on the cruise ship, or did you get off already? I know you was on was it the Sunshine? Maybe you was on. I can't remember. I know you've been on it within the last couple of weeks. Probably you may still be on there. I don't know. Party with Peg and Artie. And
hey, you guys.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Good to see y'all, but I know Artie is stuck to that TV because his Mets are playing really good ball.
Oh,
yeah, they beat the Braves 4 out of 5, I believe, last week. Got a scratch, Michelle. I got a scratch. You want me to scratch like a dog? Is that what you're trying to say?
You said scratch.
We got a blurry screen over here. What's going on?
Oh, we got that again.
Sorry, internet. I guess I don't know. Who else we got, Michelle? Who else we got? They just jumped on us too. Life is Good today's in here.
Hey.
I thought they're on a cruise ship. Maybe they got off today. I know they went out on Saturday, so maybe they're back home today, or maybe their last night. I don't know. Party with Peg and Artie. Yeah, I said that. Who else we got? Meg's fun time. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Thank you, Meg, for putting that up there.
Thank you.
Meg is back off a cruise ship too. I think she came back last week. Can't wait to see some of that coming out. And you got listen, Tess, you got 3 days by yourself. You better take a lot of advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeah, she will.
Silence.
Yeah, I text her and said, "Hey, Michelle, you think Anthony would go?" She's like, he needs to go. He needs to go with you. So, and Michelle's got a big birthday coming up after that, the 23rd. It's a big small number.
No, it's a big ugly number.
It's a big number, right?
It's a big ugly number.
It's a big number coming up.
Yeah.
That should be fun though. Okay, so Ronnie just says he just got home today.
Well, I can't wait to hear about it.
And it says, yeah, Tess says, I think R. Oliver sent sauce to the, oh yeah, it's R. Oliver. You're right. It wasn't rather. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you're right. It was R. Oliver. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yes, and Michelle's 23rd birthday is coming up. It's actually she's turning 21.
I like that.
She can finally drink.
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Blaine. 21.
Yes.
But yeah, so Michelle, what do you think?
About which part?
Huh?
About my birthday?
Yeah, what do you think about turning going into another decade there? I mean, what do you
I think that I have no choice. That I'm just going with
you're
it.
vertical, not
That's
horizontal.
right. I'm alive.
I mean, so it's a positive thing, right?
I'm alive and moving.
That's right. So, all right. So let's go ahead and I think we got everybody. I think we got everything set up the way it needs to be. Got a shipboard there. That's going on. Let's see what else we got going on. Got a little disco music going on there. I think we're ready for our guests. Are y'all ready in the back? Y'all ready to come on? We're gonna bring them on in, okay? Y'all welcome Sea Leg Journeys, Robin and Chet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have more energy than we do.
They've got a lot more energy than I do.
Hey, it's that
Oh, it's
Carnival
Robin
cup
and-
with that Carnival Florida water we got right here.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's clear just like the moonshine up here. So how is Sea Lake Journeys doing tonight? Robin and Chet, if you haven't seen Robin and Chet yet, they've got a channel. They've got some great videos out. I was telling them, in the green room, prior we were talking the show, I think I've watched like 50 videos in the last 2 days. They've got a lot of cruising videos out there, and they're anywhere from 2, 3, 4 minutes up to 20, 30 minutes. So a great variety there. I love the short videos, and we'll talk about a little bit of those tonight. But how about Robin and Chet? Why don't you just tell us who you are, where you live, did you always live, and where you live now? How'd you start a channel? Just kind of give us your rundown on your channel and who you guys are.
Well, before we get into us, I have 2 things.
Okay.
Number 1, I would never go back to my 20s again for nothing. No way, man.
I just wish I felt the way I felt when I was in my 20s.
That's true.
Hungover?
Yeah, hungover. On my way on a divorce. Yeah.
And second of all, Party with Peg and Artie. Oi, are they Aussies?
Oi.
No way. If you heard their accents, you'd know exactly where they're from.
We told them, oi. We went, oi.
Oi, oi. So about us. Well,
You tell them.
we live in Florida. We live we live in the same county we were born in.
Awesome.
Yes, I was born in the south end of the county. He was born in the north end of the county. I grew up and I said, I'm going to leave this little Peyton place. I joke and say I got as far as the county line, met him, and it was all over.
Here we are.
We're still here. We told our children, leave. So our children live over in Tampa.
So they didn't leave
Not
too.
that
They
too-
didn't leave too far away, right?
No.
Not too far.
And our channel is about cruising, only about cruising.
We've been cruising since 2004, but
Wow.
we just started this channel in January of this year.
Mhm.
Okay.
We went on our first cruise when our youngest child was a senior in high school, and we were like, oh, it's our time. Oh, thank goodness. And we decided, hey, let's act like the rich people and go on a cruise.
We thought it was only for rich people. Only rich people could go cruising.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we grew up with
The
the Love Boat.
Yeah, the Love Boat. Everybody's dressed up, in their nines, right? I mean, everybody's dressed up all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you didn't see plumbers and mechanics and people like that on the Love Boat, man. No, it was good looking actors and singers and rich people. But oh well, now we got mechanics going on there.
So we have over 30 cruises under our belt. We've been on 3 different cruise lines. We were loyal to Carnival for years and said we were never going to leave Carnival, never, ever, ever.
That's why Miffy's got so many pins.
And then we wanted to go to Alaska, and we found out that Princess had some of the best tours in Alaska. So we ventured over into Princess and fell in love with Princess. We have also been on Royal Caribbean.
Yep.
And next year we're going on our first Norwegian.
2024.
2024. And we always have to book 2 years in advance to get a fully handicap accessible room. So it's hard for us to get a room. A lot of times people are doing group cruises and we miss out because we can't get a handicap room at the last minute or anything like that. We're going on our first
MSC.
MSC in 2024 as well.
Yep.
So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
But we decided to start our channel this year in January because a few years ago, Chet lost his leg in a motorcycle accident. And
Now, don't worry, I found another one.
Hey, you got Nikes on there too.
well, it's so funny
You
because
can really get away with some good Halloween stunts, you know what I mean? Can you imagine the poor kids coming to the door and you take your leg off? I mean, just
oh no, so we were in line one time at the Pirates of the Caribbean dinner theater in Orlando, and it just so happened a Boy Scout troop was there. and they were in line. And that was before he got his leg, and I'm pushing him in a wheelchair. And go ahead and tell them what you said to those
Like,
little
beware,
boys.
lads, the bee pirates in there. They made me walk the plank. They did, and look what happened. The sharks got me leg. You know, I just went on with it, and those kids were like, "What?" They were laughing and freaking out all at the same time.
Freaking out. They weren't laughing. They were freaking out.
It was a lot of fun, though.
That is so funny. That'd be something like I do. You know, I mean, that is so funny. I mean, Chet, it's great that you got a good sense of humor and of a kind of a bad situation. You still are lighthearted about it. But I tell you what, y'all don't let it. You don't let it stop you from what you're doing, right? I mean, because I've seen your videos. Y'all do everything.
Yep,
we do. We say that you need to live your life now and do the things that you can do now, no matter what it is, because before he lost his leg, we can say we have ziplined, we have climbed waterfalls,
and pyramids, and did all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
You know,
and now we can't do those things because we can climb a waterfall, but what's he going to do with that leg when we get up there? You know, it's a $20,000 leg. He's not about to jump in the water. But we started our channel mainly because we could not find information about traveling with mobility issues. We could find information about traveling with scooters and where to rent scooters, but that's not us. You know, Chet has a manual wheelchair, and what excursions can we do? What are the ports like? When we went to Alaska, we found that a lot of the areas were gravel and steep inclines. It's Alaska. It's not flat ground like Florida.
and so you want to find out the walking thing. You know, walking in a leg like this. I can't walk all day. You know, a couple hours, and if it's hot, it's like every 30 minutes I got to take it off and pour the water out, the sweat out, and dry it off. So, yeah, it's pretty. I want to show people you can do it, but here's what you might got to look at and expect. You know,
our video in Amber Cove, it's gotten a lot of views, and what's so funny about that video that most people don't know is that we were trying to get back to the ship because it was so humid, and his stump was sweating so much that leg was literally sliding off. And we had to stop. We had to stop and sit down like every 5 minutes, take it off, dry it off, put it back on, walk 3 feet, take it off.
Like, I wish I had the wheelchair now. I'd roll my butt back on that ship.
That's a great thing. I saw in one of your videos you were talking about. I think it was and this is kind of a good segue into. You were talking about Half Moon Key versus Coco Key.
Yes.
And the difference of the two, and how you know, one is a water shuttle, a tender, whatever you want to call it, and the other is actually you can come into Coco Key, has its own pier. You were talking about the differences that makes for, you know, somebody in a wheelchair, you probably could be okay, but if you had a motorized, you wouldn't be okay. But those are some great points that people need to know. And I think that's the great thing about your channel is you give that information for both sides, but then also you don't let it hold you back for doing what you want to do. I mean,
right.
And I love the comparison that you did between one's more laid back. I mean, like nature versus the other one's more like a big amusement park. I thought it was great.
And we also point out the fact that, you know, walkers and canes, like when we did Alaska, he used a cane quite a bit just to help him with the stability. So we'll tell people, you know, if you have a cane, don't leave it behind on the ship. Make sure you bring the cane with you. It's going to help you.
Don't try to look cool without it. You look a whole lot cooler if you got the cane and you're standing up than you will if you ain't got it and you're laying on your side like a turtle. I'd be one of the cool kids and bring my cane.
Yeah. I'd have to have the Moses staff myself, you know.
Yeah, I've got one of them too with a big wolf head on it.
And, you know, a lot of people say, you know, well, I'm not handicapped, but if you ever take your grandma with you or your ailing parents or, you know,
maybe you broke an ankle or something, you're fixing to go on a cruise. You know, a lot of the tenders, they'll tell you sometimes you can't go in a wheelchair or scooter. So, but if you got crutches, you can get on there because you wouldn't believe how that, when the tender's beside the ship, that ramp is just going crazy sometimes. It's going this way and it's going this way.
We have a video that it probably won't come out for quite some time, but it's 2 different tenders in 2 different ports. And you just see that ramp coming up 4 inches. Now think about that with a walker trying to get on that 4-inch, you know, movement with just a walker. And we have seen some people fall.
It's a new Olympic event. Walker over to the ship.
And a lot of people are very embarrassed and they don't want to ask for help.
Right.
But every cruise line, I don't care what cruise line you're on, if you go to the customer service desk and tell them that you have mobility issues, when you get to a port or something, they will help you get off the ship. They will literally, when we went to Alaska, it was so funny because that was our first time on a Princess cruise. And every time I looked around, there were these crew members coming and getting him and taking him away from me. I'm pushing him in the wheelchair. We're walking down the hallway and here they come take the wheelchair away from me. I'm like, I can do it. It's okay. And they're like, no, man, let us help you. And then it took me about 3 days to realize that every one of those employees had a wheelchair on the back of their T-shirt. That's their job.
Granted, some of those ramps are about this steep, and I thought, well, that's okay. I'll hold the wheels and we can get down. And they're like, oh, no, we're going to do it for you.
Yep.
Okay.
And like they would take him, especially in Alaska, because everything's pretty steep. I can't remember which port we were in, but it was a very steep ramp to get off the ship. And 4 guys, 2 in front of him and 2 behind him, they got him down off that ramp. But a lot of people don't know that. So the best thing to do is just go to the customer service and tell them you have mobility issues. And they'll say, oh, meet at such and such, and we'll help you. So.
Yeah, my mother has had some mobility issues. She still has them. She ended up having to have knee replacements. And then long story short, she went about a year being in a wheelchair, and she just recently had one knee put back in, and she's getting ready to have the other knee put back in. But the whole reason she had the surgery to start with, she was getting close to 70, was she wanted to go to Alaska one more time.
Yeah.
And then she almost lost her life twice trying to have surgery to be able to go back to Alaska. She loved it so much. She said, before I leave this earth, I want to go one more time back to Alaska because she loved it so much. But she's looking forward to it. But I will say this: the last cruise we went on with her, where she was having mobility issues, she was having to get the handicap sign and doing some things handicap wise. She took full advantage of it. she was like, I got to get off first. I got this handicap thing, and they rolled her right up to the very front and moved.
And we were family, so
and
we had to go.
They were a family, and I kind of felt bad about it. But they're like, nope, you're all together. Y'all get to come together. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
They will keep you together. They sure will.
Yes, the good muster drill. This is before COVID.
Yeah, this is before COVID. When
we got the good muster drill.
I know what you're talking about there. Yeah.
Well, recently we were boarding in Miami. And in Miami, whether you're in a walker or wheelchair, crutches, any type of mobility issue, they take your whole group, no matter what your boarding time is. They'll take your whole group over to a special area, and you will board the ship first because they know that people are going to try to rush past you, and it's unsafe for everyone. So they do make great accommodations. And we were on a ship with a lady across the hallway from us, and the ship we just got off of was the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What ship did we just get off of?
Oh, the Conquest.
On the Conquest. Our room tour, we chose a non-fully accessible room on purpose. It's called a
ambulatory.
It's called an ambulatory room.
If you're in a walker or you're in crutches, canes, whatever, it is perfect for that person. But if you have to have a wheelchair or scooter for any regular use, it's not for you. And we just want to show the difference.
So the doorway is larger, so you can enter the cabin with a larger door. And then the bathroom is a regular, fully handicap accessible bathroom. It's a large bathroom, but the room itself is small. But if you have crutches or a walker or something like that, we did that room so that people would realize that there is a room for you that's not quote unquote fully handicap accessible.
Yeah, you may not need that full handicap accessible. I'm not in a wheelchair all the time, but I can't walk out to Amber Cove.
Right.
So they're going to have my wheelchair. I can get in the wheelchair and they can wheel me off the ship and bring me back, but I can walk around the room. Okay. That's the room that's for you.
Because there's a lot of people that get upset that they booked a fully handicap accessible room and they get bumped out of that room because someone that truly is
right. Somebody really needs that 100% all the time.
Right. But if you book the ambulatory room, they won't bump you out of that room because it's
so that's kind of a good question. I mean, how do you I mean, I don't know if you book your own cruises or somebody else books them for you, but about what percentage or how many on a ship? I know it probably depends on how big the ship is. How many rooms are really fully handicap accessible?
Not that many.
Not that many.
15 to 30, typically based on the smaller Carnival ship to a larger one. You'd have probably 15 or 16 on a smaller one, about 30 on a larger one. And
Okay.
probably, if you have one that has 30, probably 20 of those are fully accessible, and maybe 10 of them are ambulatory.
Okay.
And, we used to love the interior room. It was the bat cave. You close the door, 2:00 in the afternoon, it's pitch black, But now, of course, we can't have that option. But there's a lot of people now that have the room is larger and they like the extra space. Everyone wants extra space.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to step back and say, okay, even though I would like this extra space, if I get bumped out of this room, it's because there's someone that truly has issues that need the room.
So, I mean, like we said earlier, this has not stopped you guys because you have a ton of fun. And you said at the very, very beginning. So, how many different cruise lines have you been on so far? I caught 2 or 3 of them. Is it 3?
Yeah, 3.
Princess, Carnival, and Royal Caribbean.
So, out of those 3, I'm going to ask you a tough question. I know you got a YouTube channel, and you don't want to be classified as Carnival only or Royal only or Princess only, but so far, I know you said at first that you was kind of sticking with Carnival. What is your favorite overall cruise line?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay.
The answer for that, I got the answer. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to party and have a blast and have a great time, you need to get on that Carnival ship. We're getting on one in September, by the way, because we're going to get on there and get a rum punch, and woo, the sail's going to sail. But you know what? When it's time for vacation, but if you want to chill and relax, you get on the Princess, right? You get on the Princess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got it, to me, our kids are grown, but if we was taking kids, we had a family, really, we thought Royal Caribbean was the best one there for that, because they had the kids there. We was there in February. There must have been 500 kids on that ship, and they were having a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, but the adult area was still all adult, which they kept separated really good, even they're beside each other. I thought this ship is really set up good for families, and they got all the facilities they want. They got all the facilities you want. And it worked. It really worked, we thought. And
we're kind of really mad at the people in Galveston because they took our ship.
They did.
The Sunshine.
They don't have it. Charleston has it.
Charleston has it.
We're going back in October on it. I saw the videos on it. It looked like you really like the Sunshine ship.
Let me tell you what. When we are wanting a great adults only area, we're going on the Sunshine because
3 decks, a waterfall. It's the only one in the fleet that has that.
So really what we do is we book cruises more based on me than him because he's retired, but I still work. So if I'm really, really stressed out and I need to relax, he'll book us on a Princess. If I'm really stressed out and I tell him I need to have some fun people around me, we're going on a Carnival. So really, it's really based on what do you want?
What you want to do.
Yes.
So you said you've been on, what is it, 30 or 40 cruises you said you've been on?
30, yeah. Number 31 in September.
Yeah.
So are a lot of those the 7 day, 6 and 7 day, or are there a lot of 3 and 4 days? I mean, you live in Florida, so
we've done
you can
3
get
days
anywhere
or
pretty easily.
14.
So we've
done
only
3 to 14. We've done everything in between.
We've
4,
only
5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14. We've done them all.
We haven't done a whole lot of 3 and 4 day cruises only because it's just not long enough for us. Now, we always take 2 weeks in May. We're on a ship for 2 straight weeks in May, whether it's a back to back or whether it's 2 different ships. And then in December, we're always on a ship for 7 to 10 days. And then in between, it comes.
That's when we throw in 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, y'all need to come back up to Charleston before it leaves, which it may come right back down to Florida, and I'm sure it's going to come to one of those ports.
Oh,
but
yeah.
2020, after 2023, the Sunshine's leaving Charleston, so
and we're gonna be sad.
We will share her. We're not happy about sharing her, but yeah, we love her only because of the Serenity deck. and the food options on that ship. You know, we were on her before she was the Sunshine. We were on her as the Destiny.
It's the Destiny too. Yeah.
And then when they took her off the water, we were so disappointed. We were like, what are they going to do to our ship?
They made it better.
They did.
I think we said in one of our videos we just put out, I think I just put it out yesterday, that Havana bar area
Yes.
on deck 9 in the rear of the aft, where you got Gigi's and you got Kachina, and then during the daytime you got it's kind of Mongolian wok with the Gigi side, and then you got the Captain's Pasta Bar on the other side, and then just the Havana bar area where they got snacks and food, and you got a bar, and then you can look out the aft of the ship. It's really a cool area. I really was shocked at how much I like that ship, because we went on the Freedom in February, and I like that ship too, but it didn't have near the food options. It did have a seafood shack, which I really like that. But I mean, do you take the Sunshine if you put a seafood shack and a guy's chicken on there? Maybe I haven't tried that yet. I mean, what else would you need?
Wouldn't I would stay on there forever?
I would go to that size cruise ship. It's the biggest we've been on, and we love that size. We haven't went on the big like Mardi Gras. Or have y'all been on the Mardi Gras yet?
We're booked for the Mardi Gras next December.
We have been on the Magic and the Dream.
Yeah, the Magic and the Dream. We've been on the Magic and the Dream. They're nice ships.
That's
too.
the next
Magic's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's between the Sunshine and the Mardi Gras.
About the Sunshine, though, I don't know now with COVID, since COVID, because we haven't been on her since COVID. But the Havana bar served a little breakfast every day. I don't know if they still do that or not, but that was a great place to sneak away and have breakfast away
they had
from
the omelet station while everybody else was at the buffet bar. We slid in the back of the Havana bar, and they had the omelet station back there, and then they had some other things up there. So yeah, I'd go by and get a couple of bagels and an omelet, and I was set. And everybody else is over there trying to find a seat. The Havana bar area.
In October, we are actually going without Anthony, and we are going to get to experience the Serenity deck for the first time.
That deck is awesome. We did a video on that, and it really shocked me how incredible it was.
It's so nice.
It's the nicest I've seen. I'd heard it was one of the nicest out there, and I've heard other people say, "Well, the bigger ships are a little." But from what I see, with it being up there, and you can still look out over the Lido deck too if you wanted to, or you can go to the very back and be more private. Actually, that's towards the front, I believe.
Front.
Yeah, front. It was an awesome area.
I can't wait.
3 decks. I think it was 11, 12, and 14. Maybe I can't remember all the numbers, but I think it was 11, 12, and 14 deck. I mean,
3 decks.
The 2 best secrets of the Serenity deck is, number 1, they have their own bar, and number 2, they have better towels.
I didn't know that, but hey, we'll figure that out.
The towels are a lot better. They're thicker and they're nicer, and it's like, woo, baby, I got me a nice towel now. Put your junky blue towel down there on the Lido deck.
So what so far then, if you had to pick one, and it may not be the Sunshine, it could be Princess or Royal. So far, what is your top 3 favorite ships you've been on? Like, if you can number them 3, 2, 1, and that could be different for Robin, it could be different for Chet, but what are your top 3 ships? And you've went on all these cruises. Which ones are your favorite?
Well, I'll go first.
Yep.
My number 1 favorite is the Sunshine.
Okay.
My number 2 favorite, she's gone, and that was the Golden Princess.
Oh, okay.
And she's gone, but she was gold. Everything on that ship was gold. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And then I think my 3rd favorite would be the Magic.
Okay.
That's close to mine. My favorite's the Sky Princess number 1.
I forgot about the Sky Princess.
The Magic. The Magic number 2 and the Sunshine 3.
Okay. So yeah, we had looked at the Magic going up to Bermuda, I think. It was going out of Norfolk, and we ended up not booking that. We went ahead and went with the Sunshine again. But I hear a lot of good things about the Magic and the Dream, that same class ship.
Yeah, they're nice ships. Yep. And a lot of people like the smaller ships, and a lot of people like larger ships. We don't play ship favorite. We like all ships. We like big ships. We like little ships. Like big bottom ships, little bottom ships.
I'm not prejudiced at all about the size ships. I'm Michelle.
There you go.
Me neither.
Yep. I don't hold nothing against the size of the ship. She's all good.
Look at Chet. Look at Chet. Look at Chet laughing. He's turning red, I believe.
I'm red. Watch out.
Oh, and you know what? We were on, what ship were we on? I keep forgetting what ship we were
I
on.
don't know which one.
Liberty? We were on what ship were we
When?
just? The last ship we were on.
Conquest.
The Conquest. The Conquest. We found our first duck.
All right.
Yes,
Have
we
y'all
never
put
found
these
a
ducks
duck
out yet?
before. We never found one before.
Have you ever put them out before?
We put out
Okay,
little teddy
so-
bears, little animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, because we have to be different. We have to be different. So we got they're about the same
have one here.
size,
Yeah.
but they're just little random animals. They're
Bears and
all different kinds of animals.
cats and
So we put them out for the first time on the Conquest. So okay, I like to sit back and watch people enjoy something without them knowing that I'm watching them enjoy it. So we didn't hide them so that we wouldn't know who found them. We would hide it, and then we would go sit somewhere where we could see it from a distance, and we could watch them. And this one young guy, he was, I don't know, he was probably 19 maybe. It's sitting on this, there was this pillar, and the table was around the pillar, and it had like bar stools around it. And here he comes, and he sits down with his phone. And this little, I think it was a bunny, was right at his elbow, like right here. And he's sitting on his phone like this for like 20 minutes. Never sees this little
Never
bunny.
saw it.
No. So then here comes his mom and his dad, and they've got lunch, and they sit there and they eat. Still, this bunny is sitting right there. And I'm like, I can't believe. So this is getting comical to us because how long are you going to sit? I mean, the bunny is like 2 inches away from his elbow. And then his mom gets up and she starts cleaning up the table, and she sees the bunny, and you can, we're too far away to hear the conversation, but you can see it on her face. You know, where'd this come from? He's like, I don't know. And so she's reading the tag to him, and he hands it to, and now they're all happy, like, oh, yay. It's like,
we found something. Wow.
20 minutes, you're like, just take your elbow and touch it.
Oh my
We
gosh.
did that in the Ocean Plaza of the Sunshine. And we had probably 30, 40 of them. I think we took about 20 out one time, 20 out another time. But we went and hit them in the center of the tables is they have the drink menu. And it's like a triangle looking. So we'd put it down inside of that so that somebody had to pick the drink menu up and then see the duck. And we hit them all over the place. But one of the crew members' daughter, it was a husband and wife, and they had their little girl with them. And we got to watch one of them. We kind of sit there and kind of watch people find them.
Yeah.
And she found that, and she was so tickled. She was tickled to death. She was running around with it. And I thought it was really precious that her parents talked to her about it, and she went and hid it somewhere else. And as they were walking around or walking by, I said, hey, I saw that. That was, really, that touched my heart, because that's the whole reason you do it, to see the kids find it.
right.
And she said, yeah, she hasn't, I can't remember if they said she's ever found one before, but they were only going to be on there a couple more days and leave, but they had told her to leave it to another child. So it was really cool to see that. So that's a tip. If you've never hid ducks before and you're a people watcher and you love watching people,
Yes.
it's really fun to watch that.
It is. It really is.
Light
Yeah.
up. We did that in the dining room one time.
It was the Freedom that we did that.
Yeah, it was on the Freedom, and we ate and we put the duck in the window, and another family came in to the left of us, and they were not from the U.S.
No.
They spoke very little English, but as we was leaving, I tapped with the father and mother, and I said, hey, there's a duck over there. Well, they had no clue what that meant. They were like, huh? So they
Just keep going.
Yeah.
He's
So,
locked up, but he's
hey,
still going.
froze.
Hey,
We're not pros.
don't worry. They're going to find that duck. It's going to be okay.
Yep, they're gonna find the duck. He did tell us that if it freezes, just keep going.
It is a great thing to do, though, if you like people watching.
Yep. So
all right.
I now.
That's the first time it happened, but hey, we told you ahead of time anything could happen on this show, right?
Absolutely.
You prepared us well, Mike. We appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see Robin had already jumped up there. She's like, I'm taking over this dang thing.
Oh, man.
This is our show.
Welcome to Sea Lake Journeys.
So I have
Welcome
to
to
tell
Sea
you,
Lake Journeys tonight.
I to tell you something that when we first found your channel, we'd been watching it for a while, and I was like, Lovy's Fat Life. Why does he call that? Why is he calling that Fat Life? And I'm like, does he call her Lovey like on
Gilligan's
Gilligan's
Island?
Island?
Gilligan's Island, Luvy. You had Luvy, yeah.
It's like, no, he doesn't call her Lovey, but why does he call it Fat Life? So then I found, I think it was on your channel in your description, that it's food, alcohol, and travel. I'm like,
Well, it's supposed to be food
I get
and
it.
travel, but yeah, you can add the alcohol.
Yeah,
to
that sounds great.
I kind of like that. Food, alcohol, and travel.
I kind of
We
like
have
that.
just changed the name of our channel tonight to instead of food
Thank
and
you,
travel.
Robin. I like that
We're
a lot.
food, alcohol, and travel.
Oh, it's not
I like
alcohol,
that.
what is
I
it?
love it.
So we're changing the F.A.T to just fat, and it's food, alcohol, and travel. I think we have enough alcohol, like the Smoky Mountains, where we go and visit the moonshine mill. So
yes, we got a refrigerator full.
I love that. Food, alcohol, and travel.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Alcohol and
think
travel.
Betsy and them give us a hard time all the time because I'm always saying food, Lovy's Fat Life. The fat stands for food and travel, and it's kind of a play on words. We know it, you know.
Oh, it's
So
food
we're
and
fat,
travel?
we're overweight, but we
Not
have a good
anymore.
time.
It's food, alcohol, and travel now. Everybody's watching this show now is going to hear, oh yeah, what's like Lovy's food, alcohol, and travel show?
I love it.
I kind of do like that. I may even say that as a shout out in the next video.
I love it.
Welcome to Lovy's Food, Alcohol, and Travel Show. We'll probably our subscribers will probably go through the roof then. You know,
Maybe.
they're going to do alcohol.
I'll drink to that.
Absolutely.
See, that's what a lot of people don't know. In our last video of the Cucino
Del Capitano.
del Capitano, Michelle had drank about a
Oh,
third,
shut up,
a third
Mike.
of a bottle of wine.
I was feeling no
So
pain.
she was feeling no pain in that video, and you
And
see,
that could have been the worst food in the world, and I
yeah,
wouldn't
she
have
was
known
like,
the
"That's the
difference.
best food ever." So don't
Watch
listen
that
to
one again.
me and Anthony, because that green Kenny Chesney tumbler was full of alcohol.
So
They
we had
saw right through your lies, Michelle.
Dang.
You live a simple life.
Really, I don't.
It's just,
Because the only time you'll see me drinking is on vacation.
yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
true. That is
Me
true.
too.
That's Chet. He only drinks on vacation.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because people will comment in our videos that he's hammered. He's hammered all the time on vacation because he don't drink any other time. So one rum punch, he's hammered.
Woo!
So let's talk about ports real quick. You know, a lot of your videos you talk about ports, and you had a show a couple weeks ago, I believe, on ports. You were talking about port, or one of your shows you were asking people about ports. What is again your top three, and it could be different for each one of you. What are your three favorite ports that you've been to on cruise ships?
Wow, that gets tough there
Yeah,
to
that's
narrow
tough.
that down. Really, I have to go with Belize. One of them is because we've had such great adventures there. We've climbed Mayan pyramids.
Mhm.
We've swam the reef with the sharks and the stingrays.
Oh, let me tell you about I'll come back.
Ooh.
We'll talk about sharks in a minute.
So Belize is one.
I want to hear it.
Uh-huh.
Cozumel's another one because there's so much to do there. We've done the cave,
Secret
the
River.
Secret River. Yeah, we did that like 3 times. It was so good. If you haven't done that, put it on your bucket list to do. And probably my third port. It hasn't even. We've been there before. We're going back. It's Juneau in Alaska.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are my 3.
Juneau, Alaska is up there for me as well. Jamaica. I love Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica. We can't do that anymore. We did that 3 times. It was so funny. The first time we did it, we were young. Well, we're up there. Chet's hiking people up there, you know, helping all these women and children and all this stuff. Second year, we're helping each other. The third year, it's like, get away from me. Don't touch me. I got to make it up this waterfall.
Yes. What's your other port?
And then I have to say my other port is Cozumel because you can go to Cozumel a million times and still not do everything that Cozumel has to offer because you got the mainland.
Yes.
Now, have y'all ever done Mr. Sancho's or Nachi Kokum? Have y'all ever done those, either one? In Cozumel?
No.
We did Tobacco Chef. Is that a cooking thing?
No, he's talking about a private beach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
No, we did the typically we do shore excursions through the ship.
Okay.
But because beach days, we're from Florida.
I hate the beach.
Yeah,
Y'all are used to it, right?
yeah. Beach days, we really don't do beach days because we grew up doing beach days all the time. So we try to do stuff that we can't do here.
Right.
You know,
We can go to the beach here.
yeah, we can ride 4-wheelers here. We can ride boats here. So we try to do other stuff that we
That makes
typically,
total sense.
Yeah.
that we can't do here.
And
Yeah.
the Belize thing kind of shot, because the one time we went to Belize, we'd heard so much bad stuff about it at the time. We just stayed on the ship.
Yeah.
And my mom and stepdad, they went and saw the Mayan ruins. And then I was like, man, I wish I'd have went and saw the Mayan ruins.
Yeah.
Well, now we have been there when they had some
Years ago, when we first
was a little
went,
rough back
probably
then.
15 years ago, we went out to an excursion. And it was a good excursion. On the way back, when we got off the bus, they had a chain link thing for us to walk through, and they said just go as fast as you
Just
can,
keep
get through
walking.
this to get back into the building. People were throwing stuff at us, bottles and rocks and eggs.
Well, what had
Yeah.
happened was they were an American company
Nope,
was
that's Panama.
oh
I
that
knew
was
you was
Panama.
going to tell that.
In Panama, an American company was building a building, and one of the workers died, and he had not opted to buy the insurance from the American company, and so the Panama people thought the American company was doing the family wrong, and they were throwing rocks at us and everything, and I was like, okay, that's not too good.
Yeah, so they've
But-
had their issues, but now
Yeah.
all the ports are pretty good now. We haven't run into that in years.
But we do
Over 10
tell
years.
people you are safer with a
Ship excursion.
yes.
Stay with the ship excursion, because you get off out there on your own and you run into something like that.
And Americans forget we're stupid. Americans are dumb. We think that everybody has the same rules we have and the same laws we have. Well, they don't.
That's
You
true.
can get yourself in a terrible mess in another country.
Yeah, we saw that in Bonaire when we saw a woman walk topless right in front of Anthony. And Anthony was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Well, we
We used to have that in Florida, believe it or not.
yeah,
Beaches like that here in Florida.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I think we still got one or two.
We grew up in Florida when the immigration would come through and they'd come running out of the orange groves trying to run from immigration police. But yeah. So I say the conquest we were on, they had drug dog on the ship at 5:30 in the morning. And we've seen
Oh,
drug
wow.
yeah, we've seen
Wow.
drug dogs in the port before sniffing luggage.
Yeah.
But we've never
Definitely.
we've never seen them on the ship. But Americans are stupid. They go to these islands and they buy illegal drugs, and they just think the person selling them illegal drugs is just a regular person. Most of the time, they're an undercover cop.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah, the
Wow.
only time when the first time we went to Grand Turk, and we love Grand Turk, but the first time we went to Grand Turk and we stayed on the beach, there was like a guy smoking a joint right
Oh,
next to
yeah,
us. I mean, just
absolutely.
like out in the day. I mean, he's just like,
Yep.
and then I was like, boy, you know what's going on? Anthony's like, what? And, he's just naive. He don't know what's going on. I was like, I know what's going on. I mean,
Yes.
he was just, he had a big fat one right there beside us, just
Yep.
smoking like crazy.
Our Carnival Liberty sail away video. I'm standing there setting the camera, and she goes, "Hey, look, you can hear it on the video we did. Look, somebody left a roach over here." I was like, "A roach?" She goes, "Yeah."
I'm like, yes, it's not the kind that crawls either.
Right there on the deck.
So we got to talk about the sharks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Tell us about the
Right
sharks.
there. Visos Travel telling it like it is right there.
in Jamaica, they have undercover cops, and they put you. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they make the
And-
money back from you. They kind of scalp you on it.
Well, this is the thing.
Mhm.
They know you've got to get your rear end back to that ship. So they'll just charge you some exorbitant fee and you'll pay it, because what are you going to do? You need to make that ship. You don't want to be a pier runner.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the sharks. So where
So
did
yeah,
you
tell us about the sharks. I love sharks, but
yes.
that's been a bucket list of mine, is to go down in a cage and be able to be in a cage around a bunch of sharks. Not be
Hawaii.
outside the cage with them. Now I've done the snorkeling above like the nurse sharks and they don't do anything. But
Right.
I'm talking about like in the middle of the sharks. That would be awesome.
So we had booked Hawaii, and we were supposed to go to Hawaii in May when COVID hit.
2020.
And in March, they shut all the cruising down. We were going to go in the shark cage in Hawaii. They put you in a cage, they drop you in the
Man.
water. And I was so excited to do that, but it got canceled. So we still haven't got that yet, because Hawaii's still not like.
But swimming down that reef in Belize, if you haven't done that yet,
Yes.
snorkeling right there, those sharks, they're not the man-eating ones, but they're still 7, 8, 9 foot
They're
long,
huge.
great big giant stingrays, and they're right there close enough you can touch them. And
Wow.
It is
And
really an
they took-
awesome thing to do.
They took us out to a reef, and you get off the boat into the water, and he doesn't have a leg, so he tried using his swim leg. Well, the swim leg floats, so he's like, the swim leg didn't work. So he threw the swim leg back up on the boat, and the water was not real deep, but the sharks were so huge that they would swim underneath me and their fin would pass my belly by just inches. And I just
Whoa.
was in the water, and I was like, oh. And he's like,
Wow.
oh, this is great. I'm like, I want to.
Wow.
So do you have a I know we don't have but 3 or 4 more minutes here, but what about a bucket list for you guys? I mean, you guys have went on a ton of cruises.
Oh, yeah.
It'll take 3: Japan, Australia, Northern Europe, Mediterranean, Antarctica, West Coast, Hawaii.
The number
Did I
one,
miss anything?
the number one, there's 2 things we want to do when I retire. Number 1 is the military tattoo.
In Scotland at the Edinburgh Castle.
Mhm.
We're going to act like we got money. Okay. So we don't got money.
We got no money.
But we're going to pay the money that they pick you up in a limousine, and he has to wear a tuxedo and everything. They pick you up in limousine. They take you all the way up there, and you get to sit up there with the royal family. We're going to do
that'd be pretty
that.
cool. Yeah.
We're going
Wow.
to act like we somebody.
We don't know how we're going to pay for it yet.
And then the other thing we want to do is the
Iceland.
around the
I want to do Iceland.
the
too.
30-day around the, what is it?
Around the world in 30 days?
What is it?
No,
You know,
what are
you
talking
get, I think it's around the world, isn't it? Does it
about?
some
That's 111 days.
111 days?
Yeah.
111 days.
Man,
Wow.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking around the world tour. Yeah. Yeah.
Around the world tour. That's what it's called. 111
So,
days.
Do you guys have any cruises booked coming up either this year? I know you said
6 cruises.
I think next month you're going somewhere, but what about 2023 and 2022 and 2023?
Yes, for this year, we got next month, we're going on the Carnival Freedom. In December, we're going to be on Sky Princess. Next year in May, we'll be doing 12 days in Alaska, 7 on ship, 5 on land with
Wow.
Princess.
Oh, that's cool.
That's going to be awesome. And then December, we'll be on the Carnival Mardi Gras. And then the following year, 2024, we'll be doing back-to-back of the MSC Seashore, followed by the Norwegian Breakaway.
Oh,
Wow.
cool, cool.
Gosh.
And I think we've been on 7 cruises this year already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
7 cruises. We're going to get our 3rd one in this year, and
I know.
I'm excited about that.
I
I can't
know.
imagine 7.
Well,
Excited.
we had a lot of cruise credit when COVID hit. We just kept booking them, letting them cancel it. And we just kept getting all this credit. I'm like, I'm not wasting my credit. This girl's getting on a cruise ship somewhere.
She was too.
Hey, so we got about 2 minutes left. I don't know if Ronnie's going live tonight since they just got back tonight or not, but I'd want to respect their time if they are. So tell everybody kind of finally, we really appreciate you guys coming on
Yes.
here. Please come back on again. You guys are so much fun. I'm sure the people in here love you as well, but so much energy and so much excitement.
Yes.
You're not like us. We're boring, but you guys,
No, you
you
ain't.
guys
No,
have got
you
so
ain't.
much life. Tell us about, a little bit what you got coming up, maybe some vlog. That's something I want to ask real quick. I'm a big editor. I like editing and all that. Who does your editing? What software do you use? And what cameras are you using? Spill the beans to the creators in there.
I can tell you the camera real quick. It's a Sony ZV-1, and I
Okay.
just have purchased, and you'll see it on our upcoming videos off the Conquest, a gimbal,
Okay.
and a Ronin gimbal, and I have a Rogue microphone now. Other than that, she does the editing.
Okay.
I tried a couple of different editing softwares when I first started editing, and I'm pretty computer savvy, but I'm Excel spreadsheet savvy.
Mhm.
So I use Wondershare Pro. I like that. It's easy for me to use. I tried using the editor program in YouTube, and I didn't like it. I hated it. And I also tried another one. I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't like it either. But I do all the editing. Chet pretty much makes whatever plan it is we're going to make for a video, and he scripts everything. Unless he doesn't do it right, then I'll
High-tech
redo
scripting
it.
I do here, yeah.
But before we get off, we just want to tell you guys, we
Yes.
thank you so much.
Oh.
Oh,
Creators like you and a couple of others that we have really connected with, we're learners. We are life learners. We grasp and we learn, and we just enjoy sharing information. We enjoy it when other people share information. I watched a young lady on a YouTube channel the other day. She was the first one to actually explain something. And I had watched like 50 videos, and they were just like real random around but she targeted it. She just went right in there and wasn't scared to say it.
But to all your viewers out there, if you're watching Luvy's Fat Life right now and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit that
subscribe.
video.
We'll take that.
Thank you very much.
We're subscribed to him. You should be subscribed to him too. How about that?
And for $19.95, we'll autograph something and send it to you.
Absolutely free.
And for $99.95, you get a Luvy's Fat Life bottle opener.
What?
We need to get one of those.
I gotta have
But
it.
that Wondershare Filmora, I use Filmora, but I don't have the pro version. So I'm going to look into that. I have the regular, I think the 11.4 version.
Mhm.
And I noticed in one of your videos, you had that little red arrow up there and it did a little jiggly thing. I was like, that's Filmora. I said,
That's Filmora.
They locked up again.
They locked up again.
So while they're frozen, back to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now, everybody, and give them a thumbs up again. Oh, they're back.
and again, for $99.99, you get a bottle opener.
And someone told us recently that they had used a piece of music off of YouTube, and YouTube said you could use it for free, and they got a flag on it. Well, the reason they got a flag on it was because they streamed that video on another platform. So, little things like that we learn from creators such as yourself that have been doing this for a while. And those are little things that don't mean much right now, but it's going to mean a lot if they pull your video down, or if they want,
I will be in a lot of trouble if we ever quit using Epidemic Sound, because all my videos have Epidemic Sound music in them.
Now, I tried
Epidemic Sound.
I tried Epidemic Sound for their trial basis, and my problem with them was I'm so picky about the music. They sing a lot, and I don't want people's voices.
Yeah, I sort it by there's a microphone thing on there. You can kind of sort it like an Excel spreadsheet where you can pick a microphone or non-microphone, and I sort it all without the singing.
I didn't know that.
See?
Yeah.
Learn
So,
something.
guys, we really appreciate you coming tonight. We love you guys. And if you haven't subbed to Sea Leg Journeys, go watch some of their videos. Like I said earlier, I'm sure you're going to like them, and then you'll subscribe to them. Don't do the sub for sub thing.
No.
If you want to watch their videos, they've got some great stuff. And
they are so fun.
They are so much fun.
We've got Miffy too.
The Ducky says bye, and Miffy says bye.
Thanks.
Thank you
Mike.
to all
Thanks,
the
Michelle.
viewers.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, so much fun, so much excitement, and
know.
I need that excitement.
I need that energy.
I need to just be around him and rub his leg or something to get some of that excitement. That came out totally the wrong way.
Terrible.
I apologize about that.
He didn't mean it.
I did not mean it.
Oh gosh. Anyway, they are lots of fun.
They
Please
are a
go
lot of
sub
fun.
to them.
So you guys have a blessed night tonight. Remember, next week we're not going to go live next week because we're going to be up in the Poconos checking out a bunch of.
And I'm going to be by
And
myself.
Michelle's going to be by herself. She may come on to a show by herself. Don't think so. But you guys have a great one. We love you guys.
Thank
What
you.
else can you say, Michelle?
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I don't know.
How do I stand him?
I don't know how you do it, but good night.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank
See you soon.
Thanks for being with us.